you prefer Mo or Mocas?
I like being known like publicly whenever we're like out there as Mocaso, but
Mocha.
like call me Mo.
Cool.
Yeah. But hey guys,
How are you?
awesome! Super excited to chat with you all. So
Yeah.
cool. Super excited to hear the updates.
Cool, cool. Let's see. Maybe we'll just wait a couple more minutes for everyone to join in.
Yes. How are you? How's the sewing life? Did you
Uh,
lose any fingers yet?
Patterns printed. Flavia has been helping me so much. So they're all printed. They're ready to go. They're ready to become something, I think. So yeah, today I'll do like some tests. We're doing like a couple different types of garments, and so we have like a shirt and like a jersey and like a jacket, and so they have like this very crazy shoulder on them, and so we have to kind of figure out how that works. So that's the next step. How about you? Working on stuff for CentralCon?
Yeah. Actually, I'm kind of like reusing the ones that I had for Web3 fashion because I only sold like one. And they're gonna walk now, and we're hoping to kind of juice it up. But I am working on other NFTs for the Purveyor stuff, and just really excited to watch you guys that have already been like doing it. And I'm just super excited to like just watch and learn. And like you said, you got shoulders, and you're in the physical digital, so that's like right up my alley. And you're always super inspiring. So.
Aw, thanks. I know. It feels like there's a bunch of pieces like all around, and so now it's like, how do we put the pieces together in Web3?
I know.
Web3 pieces.
Yes,
And
but you're doing it so nicely. So keep on going.
thanks. I'm happy you guys are here. So shall I start? And so last time we had the call in, yeah, the GDN, and so I think like you can't connect them, like from what I understand. Like you just have to say, okay, everyone go to this server or that server. I don't know. But yeah, and last time I didn't record it. I forgot. So I might kind of do kind of like a bit of a recap, if that's okay. So we'll record that one and we'll have kind of like another like a bit of overview of Alterrage, and then I'll have like one other kind of thing that we're just launching now. So I'll share that. So let's see. I'm gonna record my screen. Last time it didn't work, but let's try. I think Stella, if you're also able to record
Yes, I'm
that.
recording. I hope one of ours works.
Yeah, I feel it will. Okay, I'm recording it. We'll see. My computer is like so full of stuff, so it might crash, but we'll hope for the best. So I'm gonna share my screen again. I have like another that kind of like same presentation that I've adapted a bit. So let's see. Share my screen. Go live. You guys can tell me if you can see okay. Oops. Present. Okay. Let's see. Oh, hold on. I have to fix my recording. Stop. I restart the recording. All right. Cool. Everybody's still there. I can't see you anymore, so. You can hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I guess everyone else too.
Yeah, cool. Great. Well, let's get started. And thanks for coming. Thanks for joining. Really happy to have you guys supporting us. And we're really excited to share what we're working on. So, yeah, we're getting ready this week. I'm in the US. I'm sewing some samples, and Flavia, who's here, has done an amazing job to help us like get that all organized and started. I just printed the patterns. So yeah, so that's what we're working on this week to prepare and get all like the physical stuff ready for the presentation next week in Miami. So I think we fly out Monday, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, so today I just wanted to give like another kind of a summary about what Alterrage is, what we're going for, what our goals are, and like maybe if you guys are interested, how we can all start to work together. So yeah, let's see. So I have kind of a similar presentation as I did last time, but I'll just kind of repeat it just for maybe people who weren't there. So starting about like what is Alterrage, like what is the point? So I guess from my experience working in the fashion field as a designer, I've been working in New York, I've been in London, I've been now in Paris, is where I'm based. And I've noticed like different things that I didn't totally envision when I had started like my passion and my pathway to being a fashion designer. And so Alterrage is kind of like a reaction to that. And also about maybe a year ago is when I came across digital fashion, and I saw it and I just saw it as a huge like opportunity and just a big solution on like this is how we're going to transform the fashion industry. And so for me, I still believe like we need both sides. Like we still have physical bodies. I think it's interesting, like in this future where it's only digital and we all wear bodysuits, but I still want to go to a physical place. I want to go to a bar, to a party, and then still wear something that's like really well made that I believe identifies myself and shows kind of my tribe and my style. So I believe that there's a way those two can work together. And so for me, that is what Phygital is. So figuring out, okay, like how do we do that? How does that look? And so basically it's kind of like creating a made to order, really like focused core physical wardrobe, and then using digital fashion to amplify that. So that's kind of how I see those moving together, and we'll be showing some more examples of how we're doing that in like the next update. So I think we'll do weekly updates. That seems smart. And so yeah, so it's really like the first I've seen of like really doing phygital. Like I think people have been using the word for a while and it kind of doesn't mean anything. Like it just means like combining something physical and digital. But how I kind of define it is about taking really the optimization of format. Like create something physical that's like really like good quality in a closed loop kind of life cycle, and then creating something digital that kind of is like the couture version of that in a sense. So yeah, so what we do then with Alterrage, for me, it's really essentially a brand, ideally the brand of the future. And so how do we create product, both digital and physical and phygital, based on circular principles, incorporating like real world eco-activism, collaboration, and then imagination. So I showed, I think, this slide a couple months ago during like the Web3 Fashion Week, but there's just a massive problem in fashion and there's just no more time to pretend that it's not happening. I think right now in fashion, there's a lot of marketing. There's just not a lot of transparency. So that's really also what I want to provide with Alterrage, is to be transparent and open. And even like with this new kind of like Web3 movement, how do we, like Emma would say, like build in the open? Because fashion design houses don't do this. Like they always are very closed, very secretive, and then at the last moment release something and then just kind of expect everyone to want it. So how do we kind of like change that process like fundamentally? And so these are kind of like the big problems that we have. Like we have poor quality. We are wasting a bunch of material because we make products before anybody wants them. And for me, there's just like, where is the logic of this? And so that's just resulting in like massive problems of like landfill, just waste all over the planet, and as well as those people who are either fabricating the garments and things, they aren't seen, and as well as the designers, like they're hidden. So how do we kind of fix these problems? And so with COVID brought this massive revolution. I think like in the future, we're going to look back and see this as a massive time of when the world changed. We were forced to all be at home. We were forced to all interact digitally, and so this, I think, really accelerated this this new Web3 kind of movement, and also this whole things with like NFT, using and then seeing the development of blockchain now being applied to so many different industries, and how that will kind of change the world. And so that is then a big opportunity. And so as I did a presentation also, yeah, like if we were in August, I think, about how do you know like when you should make something physical, when you should make something digital or phygital, and kind of how do you optimize the function of the product for the needs of like the world. So physical for me is something that is made to last, resell, or repair in a closed loop product life cycle with like eco-friendly, natural or recycled or biodegradable materials, socially responsible production, and then custom tailored fit. So those are that's what our goals are for the physical pieces at Alterrage. And then we have the digital side, which is like can be for in like a metaverse. It never reaches like this physical realm. It's really also like really impossible and experimental. And I think that's a way as designers we can gain back our creativity, because I did feel like I lost it a bit. I kind of forgot like what I liked as a designer and what is my style. As I was just more in the industry, only thinking about commerciality. So I think we need both sides. And then we're also bringing in like this third dimension, which is phygital. And so that is like blending the two. So you still have your physical layer, but there's another layer on top of it, which would be used with augmented reality to amplify the physical side. So yeah. So we're really thinking about like who are we trying to target, like with our collections, with our communication, with who we work with. I think it starts by what values do we share. I think I want to create an industry that where everyone feels valued, everyone is visible, and everyone can come together around a cause. So also thinking about who are the people like wanting our product. So that's also something interesting to think about, because designers, at least in the luxury industry, we kind of create a story, we create the design, but we don't always think about who is the person actually using it. And so that's now something new, I think, especially in association with like learning who is buying these NFTs, who are the people behind that. And so this phygital is really like, for me, like a new industry, like it doesn't exist from what I've seen. And so it will be interesting to see who that is. So it is still combining the two. We still have like the fashion side where we kind of have to hold their hand a bit and guide them to the digital tools. And then as well as the maybe more native, like crypto natives. And then how do we kind of see what their needs are as well. So then next week already, in 7 days, I did a post about this. We are showing in the Digitalax section, GDN section, our first like kind of concept, our first proof of concept for this phygital idea. So we have a mix of physical stuff and filters. And so that's really where we're focusing to start. And so we're also working to set up the website right now. And we will start kind of doing like a reservation idea. So I guess it's kind of like a pre-order or a whitelist. So that will be when we launch kind of like this idea for you can reserve the product. And so then that will be for a period of time, and then that will close. And then at that point, everything will be minted. So I think the goal is not to mint anything before we know someone wants it, kind of like treating the digital as we would in the physical as well. So then something that we've been trying to think about, like, how do we, maybe in the meantime of not having our own kind of, I guess you would say what, token, we don't have like a cryptocurrency for ourselves, we don't have this. And so what is the starting point? And so we're creating kind of this NFT split between different categories of the brand about maybe different types of functions, how people can start to get involved with the brand. So let's see. So then we've created like this alter token. And so there's a couple different kinds. And the main one that we're going to be focusing on next is the alter member. And so we're going to be minting 50 token NFT tokens. And so that is like going to be kind of the next thing of giving certain benefits, certain access within the Discord server. So the other ones we have are Alter Patron, which is something that we're working on next maybe. And so I'm starting like the first Mirror Medium article tomorrow, which will be just basically kind of like this presentation, like an overview of Alterrage. And then the next one will be speaking about the membership. And then we also have Alter Collab. And so this token, it's the red one, is more about like how do we can work together either to create capsule collections, seasonal collections, or maybe in a different kind of format. And so that was one like that is more earned. So through at the end of a project, then you would receive this token like to your wallet. And then the fourth one, which is what I think would be a super interesting opportunity, in addition to the collab. So the collab I see more as kind of the creative creation, and then the ambassador is another one that we'll be doing. And I think this is something we also need help with, is like how do we now, we have all this stuff, like we've created all this content, we've created products, but like how do we get it out there? And so for me, this isn't my specialty. So I've always been more the designer. And so how do we kind of come together, get organized, and then start to show that? So we'll have like people who are selected to be kind of these ambassadors for the brand, and then they can help us to kind of find different ways and channels to share our message. So there will be more information coming on this. I just wanted to kind of show it. Also, Stella's doing the beautiful little logos. And so they're around like the concept of minerals and jewels. And so each one kind of has a story, which is really nice. And so that will be in like next week. I'll post about that. So the next post will be the next article will be the intro to Alterrage. But yeah, I just wanted to show you this. And so we'll be working on that next. So yeah, I guess like getting started now, like if anyone is interested to helping by being like an ambassador, like that would be great. Like we're trying to now get it organized about how to post for social media. So I think it might be kind of related to posting, content creation. Yeah. And so another main aspect of the ambassador is always trying to remember this idea of, I still forgot to update the name. We called it Alter Anarchy now. So it's not Eco Anarchy because we didn't want it to sound like we were against the planet. So yeah, and so this is about how do we take problems in the real world and then like put that into our work and like try to find solutions for that. I think maybe it's kind of unusual to try to combine some like digital fashion, which is about art and about expression, with something that is serious and like we have to fix. And so for this first collection, I did quite a bit of research, like at the beginning, maybe a couple months ago, before doing like this video, which we recently released and will be showing for the ASVAF, a Shaded View on Fashion Film Festival, and that's in 2 weeks, I think. And so I started thinking, okay, like what cause could I kind of start to pair together with like the collections, and also bring kind of like a purpose, a direction, but also like even a visual direction to the collection. So every time we'll do 2 seasonal collections a year. And so that every season we'll have like a new cause. So right now it's about e-waste. And so we have a couple like e-waste partners who have given us information and facts about how do we kind of fix this issue. And so, and that will be like the collection direction, the aesthetic, but then also working with these partners to have a call to action about how, okay, like this is the problem, like what can we do? And then at the end, like how do we give like a bit of like the sales then to help like these nonprofits or other organizations. So yeah, that's, I mean, what I had for today. So in the channels, I posted a Google Sheet, a Google Doc, something Google with ways if you wanted to kind of sign up, put your name there. That helps me to know who's interested. I think, yeah, going back to this token, it would be more the Alter ambassador that we're looking for now. But then like in future seasons, after we have this first launch, we'll start with like the collab. And then as well for next week, we're launching the member. And like as we go, we'll get more and more information about what does that membership include, what are the benefits. And so yeah, so right now our Discord is all set up. We just have to finish the final permissions. And so I'm hoping end of day today, I'll be able to send that link. And so anyone who wants to join can join. So when you enter the Alterrage Discord, you start as like an Alter fan. And so kind of that will be like the access of entry. And then from there's these different kind of token levels that are created. And so you can either get in contact to say if you're interested in like being one of these, or you could be selected for like a future season for the more like creation side. So yeah, that's all I had for today. Like, does anyone? I'm always happy to have like feedback. If you guys have thoughts on it, if it makes sense, if it's clear. So yeah, that's what we have for today. I'm gonna keep sewing all this stuff and get it ready for next week. Should I be checking the chat? Let's see. I'm gonna stop streaming. Let's see. General chat. Emma's super excited. Yeah. And then next week, I think I'll talk more about Hey guys, my computer died. I'm here still. I came back. So hopefully, Stella, you recorded it. But let's see. Turn my face on. There's my face. I'm back.
I even recorded you dying. No, everything is here. Can you check the chat? I mean, Flavio is just sending you a sewing needle because he's like, get back sewing.
I'll have some good luck with sewing. I go to general chat, right?
Yeah.
It was me. The computer died.
No, Emma, it wasn't you.
Yeah, a lot of people are doing the NFT token approach, which then gives people access to future whitelists to mint a physical item. Cool. Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, because that's still like a new concept for me, and so I'm learning as I go about Web3, and like what are those benefits? How does it look? And so yeah, like when we send the link for the Discord, feel free to also give feedback on like how it's set up, if it makes sense. But yeah, crypto token shenanigans. Yeah. Cool. I'm reading the comments. Keep sewing. I will. Yeah. Yeah, if you guys have any feedback or advice on like airdrops and things, that's also something we're figuring out at the moment. So, and then next week, so I'll write the first Medium Mirror article for tomorrow, and then next week it will be kind of more about like the token and like what's it about, how's it working, and then also I'll introduce like some of our core team members who are super great, and so we have some here, and so we'll talk about that next week, as well as then preparing for the event. So I guess we'll have to figure out when is a good time next week to do it.
Oh my god, thank you, Musashi. He just said if you need any help, I might be able to help.
Yay! You're
That's
in!
Great news. Yeah, the airdrop king advisor extraordinaire. Nice.
Sounds great. Perfect. Cool. Anybody got any questions? Anything else? I'm gonna sew. But yeah, I think I'll stream on Thursday on Twitch. How do I Twitch? I have no idea. I'm sorry. I bought Me and Stella tried once, and then something happened. I don't know. There was a problem. So I'll just be me sewing. Like, I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to sew.
I think if it's just you, it's not so much of a problem. I think it was because we were on Zoom and then we tried to put this together. And now I keep thinking Google Meets would have been easier, but we just got to test it, I guess.
Yeah, I guess I have to learn at some point.
Look, Musashi said we are teaching streaming and OBS in Metaverse Music Fest this weekend. Are you in the channel? If not, I can invite you.
I think I am, actually. I have to look at it. Yes. if you have a link, I'll join. That'd be great. When Lambo, great overview and presentation. Thanks, deep thought. Yes. Web3. Baby steps to Web3. Let's do it. I'm in. Cool. Yeah, I think I am in this server, so I'll pay attention to it, and I'll check it out for when you. Do you guys do that in the voice channel? Or like, is there a special spot?
Yeah, we'll be doing it in the community meeting channel.
Okay, great. Cool.
Yes, we actually talk. That's good. Good to know.
Great.
Okay. Yes.
Cool.
We wrap it
Well, that
up
was pretty
here,
fast.
right?
Yeah, I'm good. You guys good?
I'd say
Good.
so. Have a good one, everyone. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
You too.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you.